Brenda. Welcome if you are new. If you are not new, welcome back. So today I'm doing a video that I wish I would have been able to watch years ago when I was in search of birth control and deciding what options I was going to make for my birth control. And it wasn't available. It wasn't a video that was uploaded because the product and the birth control that I used was fairly new. And the product that I'm talking about, or the birth control that I am talking about, is the Nexplanon. It is the birth control implant that goes into your arm, and it stays there for about 3 years. And you really don't have to do anything. You just get it inserted, you kind of forget about it, and you will not get pregnant, supposedly. I didn't get pregnant, so it worked perfectly. But there have been some cases here and there where people get pregnant, but that's all with all birth controls. There's always a chance of pregnancy, even if it is that 1% or that 0.01% chance. So yeah, I thought that that option was a great one for me at the time, because I was looking for a birth control option that I didn't have to worry about, that I did not have to take on a daily, or that I did not have to go and make an appointment to get. No prescriptions, no appointments, no need to take it every day. Sounded like a win-win to me. So the first one that I got was the Implanon, because that is what was available. Back in 2013, I got the Implanon inserted right after I had my son. You do have to wait, I want to say a couple of weeks after you give birth in order to get your birth control implanted into your arm. At least that's what my procedure was. So after a certain amount of weeks, I went to the clinic. I decided which one I wanted to do. I thought the Implanon was great. I had a friend that had it, and she had no complaints. So I was like, great, let's do that. So from my research that I had did, it was fairly new. Not too many side effects that other people complained about. So I went ahead and I got it implanted. So what they do, I don't even think I have a scar anymore. Yeah, I don't even think it was that arm. It was this arm. Let's see if I even have a scar anymore. I think that's it right there. So what they do is they numb the area, and then they insert the Implanon, literally a little stick about maybe this wide. And I mean this long, not wide. It's literally very skinny. So it's a little stick that distributes the contraceptive into your bloodstream, which I guess is what makes it very effective. So they insert it into a little instrument, and basically that instrument just shoots into your arm and it gets shoved in there. That is the nicest way I can put it. And so they numb the area. The pain is scale from 1 to 10, a 5. It's really not that bad. It's like getting your ears pierced. It hurts at the moment and then it goes away. Same thing. So that's basically what it is. Once it's inserted in there, you're good for 3 years. So 3 years goes by. I had no complaints over the Implanon. None of the side effects were crazy for me. Everything was great. So 3 years are up, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, should I get it inserted again? Because I'm not really thinking about getting pregnant again. I'm like, okay, 3 more years, I'm cool with that. I go to make an appointment to get my Implanon removed and a new one put in. So the removal cost is about $300 if you don't have insurance. If you do have insurance, then it should be covered. So keep that in mind when making that decision as well. So they remove it, all is great. I'm like, okay, I want to insert it again because it worked great for me the first time. And so they say, okay, cool. We don't have the Implanon, but we have the Nexplanon. The Nexplanon is the same thing. It's just we don't carry the Implanon anymore. They don't make it anymore. I'm like, cool. If it's the same thing, I will be great. I didn't have any complaints about it the first time. I don't think I'll have any complaints about it the second time. So I get the Nexplanon inserted, same procedure. They numb the area, they shove it into your arm like an ear piercing. Basically the same thing. And grand, get that installed. And didn't have any weight gain or anything like that. So that was a plus, you know. You don't want your birth control to also make you gain weight, you know. And then I feel like I'm getting like people are calling me a little, like, not people, but like people that are around me a lot more, like my mom, my sister, like I'm a little snappier than my usual self. I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm a little snappier than my usual self, but sure. So I start to kind of realize that this birth control made me highly emotional. And that could be from the extremities of snapping at people or getting highly sensitive over what somebody's saying and them being very defensive over it. So that was one thing that I really did notice with the Nexplanon, is I feel like my emotions were a little less stable than what I am used to them being. I'm a very calm person. I don't feel that I feel like I'm in control of my emotions pretty well. But I feel like in the period that I had the Nexplanon inserted into my arm, hormones were kind of messing with that. The other thing was I felt very hungover after flying, a short flight, a long flight, whatever kind of flight. I always felt very hungover, my feet would swell, and different things like that. I didn't realize that until I removed the Nexplanon from my arm, because right after I got it removed, I went on a trip, an 11-hour flight, mind you, and no swelling, no motion sickness, none of that I had been used to all the 3 years prior when I was flying. And I thought that was normal. Like, I just thought that that's how my body was now. That's, you know, that's just what it was. And when I got the Nexplanon removed, I realized that no, it was the Nexplanon that was messing with my body and my hormones, because after that, I got it removed. I didn't have any more motion sickness. I didn't have the swelling of the feet. I've literally flown 3 times since I've gotten it removed, and they were the best flights I've ever had. No motion sickness, none of that. Didn't feel uncomfortable. So I realized that after I got it removed, that was doing something to my body that just wasn't, fitting right with me. So emotional, flying, and feeling absolutely hungover. Like the next day that I would come back from being on an airplane, like I could not function. Like it felt like I was literally hungover from partying the night before. And mind you, it was just a flight. No alcohol was involved. Nothing. Just a flight. So, yeah. Another thing that also was a little bit of acne. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't anything that was like cystic acne or anything like that. So I was able to deal with that. That wasn't a big deal for me. So that I couldn't live with. The other side effect was fatigue. I felt very fatigued at all times. I was tired all the time. I was napping all the time. It was to the point where I felt that I was gonna have to go to the doctor and figure out why I was so tired all the time. It kind of felt to the level of how I felt tiredness-wise when I was first pregnant. So a lot of my pregnancy symptoms were present when I had the Nexplanon put in. So the tiredness, the motion sickness, the being nauseous, and just those things were very present. The period, that's one thing. With the Implanon, I basically had a no period or very light period when I did have one, with the Nexplanon, it was like I had my period, and then I'd have a light one, then I'd have spotting, then I'd have, it was like an ongoing thing of you just have to wear a panty liner, because you just don't know. Like, it would go away, come back, go away for 3 days, go away for 3, like, it's just very sporadic. And it's a little more than just irregular. Like, it's freaking weird, because you're just on your period the whole time, and then you won't be. You'll be on your period for 3 months straight and then not be on your period. So it's like, you don't know what to expect. But I guess that technically is the definition of an irregular period. So that was one thing I did not like, because you just didn't know whatsoever. I was the worst, because I feel like I had it for the whole 3 years, because of the fact that, you know, you don't really know if it is, but then when you get off it, you realize, no, that really was messing with my my hormones. So right now I'm taking a little bit of a different approach on my birth control. I'll make a video on that later, just because I don't want to make this video too long, and I kind of want to keep it specifically to my experience with the Nexplanon, and why I did end up getting it removed and why I did not get it put back in. So after, I want to say I've been off of it for about 3 months now, and my periods are back to regular, and I feel like myself, more so than what I have felt in a long time, because I had the Implanon put in for 3 years, the Nexplanon put in for 3 years. So that's a total of 6 years of having hormones just, you know, being put into my bloodstream, and really not knowing the effects that they are having on you, because you don't realize these things. You just think that or the long-term effects. I mean, no one knows the long-term effects of the Nexplanon or the Implanon, so who knows? The reason I made this video is because I want girls and women out there to be more aware of the birth control that they are putting into their bodies, and it would be awesome if more people would make videos about the different symptoms they had. That way, you know, you make a more educated and calculated decision. If you see that your birth control is affecting you, get off of it. Get off of it. Try to find an alternative. That's what I'm doing. I'm using an alternative birth control method, which I will make in a separate video, because again, some people are not aware of different birth control options. Oh my god, there's a little dog outside. Can you hear? Alright, sorry guys. Got distracted by the pup. Love puppies. I want to get a doggy so bad, but I feel like I have no time to take care of him. Or her. Oh, he's running. He's on his way. Oh my god. So I just want to finish off this video by telling you guys and giving you guys the advice of making a smart, calculated decision on your birth control options, and research. Do so much research that, like, you feel that you have this, you went through it, like you know this from front to back, and if you're okay with having those symptoms or side effects, then, you know, feel free. I mean, again, babies are expensive, so if you don't want to get pregnant, you have to do some type of birth control, some type of something. So if you rather, you know, see if the Nexplanon worked for you, go for it. I mean, if you're trying to prevent a pregnancy, make sure you use birth control. Make a calculated decision on what you are putting in to your body. Weigh out the pros, the cons of the different birth controls out there, and see what will work for you and your lifestyle, because that is important. If it doesn't fit into your lifestyle, you're more likely not going to use it, and then you just might end up pregnant. So, hope this video helped. If you guys are on the Nexplanon and have any different symptoms that I did not talk about, and you want people to know, comment them down below. And yeah, or make your own video and tag me in it. Let me know what side effects you had, what you liked about it, what you didn't, and if you would get it again. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Make sure you follow me and subscribe. I want to make more videos that I feel that would actually be helpful for people, or videos that, you know, I wish I would be able to watch a video like this. So that is why I'm making these videos. So comment down below, if you have any ideas or want me to make my next video, which I will be making regardless, on the alternative birth control that I am using. Okay, darlings. Sorry, there's like dogs outside, and dogs catch my attention quite easily. That's why I keep looking out in this direction, because I'm on the second floor, and people in my backyard, well, I live in like a townhome type thing, so people will take out their dogs, and so kind of our backyards are all connected. So there's doggies downstairs, and they're getting walked, and they're using the potty. So that's why I'm a little distracted by the pups outside. But anyways, make sure you guys comment on this video. Let me know if you guys learned anything, or if this video helped you in any way. And I will catch you guys on my next video. Make sure you subscribe so you actually see my next video. And comment down below what your favorite part of this video was.